Hindi ho na ma-maximize ni Kwan ni farmer ang kita niya kung ibebenta niya
ng
lalo na kung si trader, pag medyo makulimlim ang panahon, babagsak niya presyo kasi ikaw na small farmer, wala kang pagbilaran, masisira. So you are forced to sell You are forced to sell your yung palay, na sariwa kaysa masira. So ganun po nagiging problem. Kaya po yung
going back sir doon sa natin sa rice. So iyan puro cultural management yan, no, yung na-mention mo. How about post-harvest? Or sa bagay, no, pagka-harvest palay, they can sell it na directly, no?
Yes po. Kung sa mga farmers na sa amin kasi ikukan pa namin yung ipaprocess pa namin.
Ipaprocess nyo, yes.
Para sa seeds. Pero si farmer,
diretso na.
Diretso na. Ang nagiging problema din ho talaga ang yung drying facility.
Drying.
Yan po sana ang number one na.
Pero si farmer ba ang may kailangan drying facility or yung namimili na ng palay?
Gusto mo bang matuto ng agribusiness, crops, livestock and poultry, aquaculture, at ma-inspire sa mga success stories? Agribusiness, how it works! As a YouTube channel, Agribusiness features entrepreneurs, farmers, organizations, OFWs, investors. However, beyond our usual content and official endorsements, Agribusiness does not engage in other business dealings with them. While our viewers and featured individuals and entities may choose to pursue business deals with each other on their own, we encourage them to be cautious in doing so. This September, join us for a day of 6 panel discussions, exhibits, business socials, and dinner. Learn from agriculture's top experts and explore the ideal farming venture for you at Agribusiness Connect. Happening at Elements at Centris, September 28, 2025. Doors open at 12 noon. Don't forget to register through the link in the video description box or simply message us on Agribusiness Facebook page. You may also text us at 0917-827-7770. Strictly no walk-ins. Agribusiness Connect. Agriculture in full view. Win a trip to Taiwan. Explore the beauty of Taipei and Taichung. Made possible by Book and Go Travel and Tours Services. 2 lucky winners will be announced during the event. Don't miss your chance. Agribusiness Connect. Agriculture in full view.
Yung present namin kay Secretary na yung small village type na maliit na dryer, maliit na rice mill.
Okay.
Para si farmer, kung halimbawa yung porsyento niya, yung 10, 15 kaban, pwede na niyang ipa-dry doon. Pwede na niyang ipa-dry, pwede na niyang ipa-mill para mas mahal ang kanya. Maibenta niyang bigas.
So siya na magbebenta ng bigas?
Oo, siya na magbebenta.
May capability ba siya?
Kung ayaw niya, pwede naman pong i-absorb pwede pong i-absorb naman ng yung association or yung co-op nila.
Okay.
Pero ito ho sana yung i-equip nila, hindi ho doon sa makinarya. Yun nga ho yung makina, sana doon sa mga service provider lang yan.
Oh, I see.
Oo. Dito sa post-harvest na yan, kung meron silang organization, association, bigyan sila ng small dryer, small
I think nag-start na sila sa mga small milling.
Yes po, I think yung partner ko po si Sir Eugene, I think meron na silang trial diyan sa Bulacan.
Okay.
Opo. Si Sir Widen nung pumunta rito, meron kaming pinaplano namin ang gusto niya yung parang corporate farming na rin . Gusto niyang ako humawak dito. Initially, mga pang 100 hectares daw dito sa paligid ko. Ipo-provide niya ng lahat ng inputs. Zero interest. Tapos bibilin...
Private sector ito, sir?
Opo. Bibilin din niya lahat ang produce nila. At,
anong brand niya? May brand siya?
Wala po . Gusto
saan niya dadalhin ang bigas?
May mga hotels po kasi siya. May marami siyang
okay.
Mga hotels.
Diretso na rin sa need niya.
Oo. Kaya kasi gusto nila na meron silang mga mga kompleto na sila, hindi sila nawawalan ng stocks. Kasi may time pa na nag-import pa yata sila pag wala
I
silang
see.
Kaya yun ang gusto niya noon, bibili at a premium price.
How much?
Sabi nga ho niya kung magkano yung going rate, pwede tayo magpatong ng mga 5 to 10 pesos, sabi niya. Sabi ko,
Hindi ano pa rin yun, fluctuating pa rin yun kung going rate.
yes sir, kasi alam mo naman si ugali ni farmer, makarinig na mas mataas,
Mas
pupunta na doon.
convenient sa kanya yan.
Oo, di ba? So para yung fluctuating nga siya, pero may added
Mas mataas.
mas mataas. Pero sabi ko, wag naman hong 10 pesos o wag naman 5 to 10 pesos, sabi ko.
Masyadong mataas.
Masyadong mataas, papatayin ako ni farmer, ay ni trader. Ako taga-bili mo sir, papatayin ako ni trader, papatayin ako ni trader, papatayin ako ni rice miller, kasi pupunta na lahat sa atin, sabi ko. Kaya naman niya kasi capable siya pero capable siyang bumili ng ganong kataas. Pero sabi ko, okay na po yung mga 50 centavos to 1 peso,
yes.
okay lang yon. Sabi ko,
May natutunan ko po yung principle na yan sa isang subscriber, si Sir Ricky Bonamy. Sabi niya sa akin, may one time kasi na nagbenta ako ng produce ko doon sa farm.
Apo.
Parang bumibili ako, tapos dinoble ko yung sabi niya sa akin, no, mali yan.
Oo.
It's always a few percentage lang ang pwede mong itaas. Kasi you're killing as a whole yung industry. Hindi maganda.
Oo. Yun nga po. Kaya siyempre, marami ka pang makakaaway nga. Kaya wag mong solohin. Sabi ko, okay na sir yung mga 50 cents to 1 peso. Sabi ko.
Yeah. 1 peso, napakalaki na ng 1 peso.
Oo.
Napakalaki
Kaya, ang ganda ho ng program niya Ang title nung ginawa namin Rice to Rice. Rice to Rice.
Rice.
Oo, to rice. Meron kaming kaya...
Tikman natin, sir.
Sir, tikman nyo. Ma'am, halika po. Ito po yung partner ko, si Leo Bailey.
Ay.
Sa mushroom and yung sa agroforestry po.
Hello. Sir, sa haba-haba na pinag-usapan natin sa rice, ano ang solution? May solution ba?
Pataasin ang ani, sir.
Yan talaga.
Kasi kung hanggang 100, 110, ganyan lang ang kwan natin, wala. Kasi nandun na ho sa mindset kasi kung kahit na lang ano lang yung kwan natin. Total, ang baba naman ng presyo. Kaya yung abono, yung binigay ng gobyerno, yun na lang. Nawawala na ho yung kwan natin na paangatin ang ani. Join us, Leo.
What is going on, guys?
Oh.
Nice to meet
sir.
you.
I'm Buddy.
So what's happening? What are we doing here?
We're vlogging.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. And we're going around visiting farms and stuff.
Yes, the whole
I saw your
Philippines.
post on Facebook, actually.
Oh, yes. We also have Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, siya ang nagkwan sa akin, Francis, dapat he told me, you need to register here.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name again, sir?
My name is Leo Bailey.
Leo.
Yeah.
And what's your collaboration with Sir Francis?
Oh, we're doing lots of stuff. Where do I even begin?
I showed him the Polonia elongata.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have been over a bit of it, but we are doing everything from job creation to agroforestry, mycology, and so on. There's really no limit to what we're able to do. So we're doing everything we can, Yeah. I don't know if you had the chance to see the trees there, but there's some early plantings out there of the Polonia elongata as part of the agroforestry program, which is part of a much larger thing. I essentially developed a kind of socioeconomic program around doing agroforestry to try and meet the needs of the country with reforestation and food supply and stuff like that. So, so we're looking to implement all that and navigating our way for the creation of a larger scale program for the country.
Lee is also part of the mushroom project.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Ito po ang kwan namin, mushroom saka itong Polonia elongata.
Yeah, they all tie together. So one of the interesting things about the agroforestry project is its diversity. So like we're able to plant numerous different crops along with the trees that we were intending to plant, and mushrooms was part of it. So we decided, since the likelihood of needing to kind of self-support the whole system, that we would need some initial funding, and mushrooms is a good way to do that because it's a fast turnover, So we decided to lean into the mushroom production, which you see here, which is doing really well and has provided a bunch of jobs and doing that sort of thing. So they tie together. You can actually do agroforestry models with large, mushroom beds and stuff like that. So having the ability to provide and produce those things, and also teaching mycology on the side to new farmers and students, was really important. So that was our first jump from planting the trees and getting the trees started. Yeah.
Sir, so magre-reforest kayo ng mga barren lands, ganyan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yun po ang kaya nakikipag-collaborate kami.
So you're working with DNR or?
Well, eventually we'll work with numerous different groups.
Okay.
We're currently, supported by the Region 2 Dole. Most of the other groups, DOST and so on, have, been here. They're aware and they've shown their support. And we're, it's an evolution. So, building into this program, we're going to need to be collaborative with all the agencies.
With CISA also.
Yeah, and that's a more recent thing. We got invited to do our activities up in CISA, go up there and start a satellite FDN in order to help with the potentials for export and that sort of thing, and build agroforestry models up there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Export where?
Export. Oh, yeah. I have partners in the United States. One of my partners in the United States has Korea and Japan. It's kind of strange. The initial conversation came from eel, which we need outlets developed for export outlets for for the farmers who are growing the eels to preserve and sell them. So that was all added on to the mission of what we're trying to do. We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah. Pwede natin puntahan, sir, yung mga
Yung sa mushroom.
the mushroom and the other
Yan,
stuff.
sige sir, pwede.
Yeah.
Dito muna tayo, gusto nyo
sige.
konti lang naman yan, maliliit
Sige,
lang
sir.
ho yan eh.
Tingnan lang natin,
sige
sir.
po.
Yeah, the cool part is you get to see all of it. This is the early beginnings of something massive.
What's your nationality?
My nationality? Well, I'm from America. I'm
Okay.
like Puerto Rican and Swedish.
Okay.
But you know how America is. It's a melting pot.
Yes. We're in the U.S.
California.
We're in California.
South Lake Tahoe.
Maliliit po ito.
Oh!
Ito yung red tilapia. Ito po yung mga maliliit na mga kwan ng
is that near Lake
crayfish.
Tahoe?
Yeah, it's right on the lake.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Ito po
nice
yung
place.
mga breeders po ng kwan ng crayfish.
Yeah, so this was an early addition to part of the project. Francis, he came from Texas. He's got a real affinity for crawfish. So while he was moving all his stuff back over to here, we went and got a batch of crawfish, which have been bred here.
Yan ang ikwan mo
Sila yung
ngayon.
nandun.
Yeah, there's been multiple successful breedings so far.
Yan, pinapakawalan po namin dyan sa kwan eh. Dyan sa...
Sa palayan?
Hindi ho, sa
that's
may
a big
pond.
Fish pond?
Opo. Diyan po yung mga breeders, nagtatago sila eh.
Is there really a market of crayfish in the
Sa ngayon
Philippines?
right now, people are growing crayfish parang pet ang ginagawa nila. It's not for food production. Iisa lang po ang inauthorize pa ng BIFAR na po pwede siyang
food.
Oo, sinusupplyan niya yung 5 hotels. Yata siya lang ang kasi ayaw pa hong ikwan ng ng BIFAR.
You can
Kasi
grab him from the
sige,
back.
buksan mo lang yung kwan. Buksan mo lang, itaas mo lang, nandyan yung mga nagtatago eh. Sa States po kwan. Bini-baby kasi nila rito, nag-grow sila sa mga ganito lang na tanks na ganito, sasabihin nila, kailangan mo ng mga aerator, mga ano. Sabi ko, sa Amerika yan kwan. Sa swampland, swamp sila, wild po. Sabi ko, bakit Ngayon, ang BIFAR, wala pa ho silang guidelines on how to mass production
Kasi
po nito.
introduce species.
Opo, kasi baka maging problema ng parang sa kuhol.
Yes.
Na baka mamaya makakasira sa farming. So kaya very cautious po sila diyan.
Okay, tingnan natin sir yung eel.
Ito yung mga eel, mga pang showcase lang po namin ito.
So wala ba kayo doon sa production stage talaga na?
Wala po,
okay.
wala po. Although meron pong nakikipag-collaborate po sa akin ngayon na they want me to initiate ng lahat daw ng eel. Yung rice eel naman ang gusto nila. Yung rice
Native
eel.
natin yan.
Oh, yung native, yung
Okay.
igat, yung nahuhuli lang dyan sa
Yes, yes.
O kiwit pala ang tawag nila sa Ilocano
kiwit.
'yon. Gusto nila bilhin daw nilang lahat ng dito sa Region 2.
Oh.
'Yun ang gusto nila. Pero gusto nila ako lang daw ang mag-consolidate dito at sa akin na nila kukunin. Ayan yung crayfish.
Oh, ito yung crayfish. So malaki ang production sa US nito.
Oh, yes sir. Pag panahon po niyan, ang bilis maubos sa mga gross. Ako, nakakain ako ng 2 kilo sa isang sitting. Oo, di ba?
So itong eel mo, sir, imported to?
Ito na po yung yung bicolor na hindi po imported kasi dito pa nga po nanggagalingan ng mga elvers binibili ng Japan. Actually po sir, kaya namin inintroduce ito noon. Meron kaming project na yung Kuroko size lang, yung 5 to 6 inches.
Okay.
Kasi ang endangered species siya. Kaya hindi po siya po pwedeng ilabas ng Pilipinas ng mas mababa sa 5 to 6 inches. So, hindi po kasi makapag-produce dito in captivity. Nag-try na po
Ano ba yung natural habitat niya?
Opo, doon po sa dito sa Cagayan po. Sa
Cagayan River?
Opo. Kaya yun po ang nila. Meron po kaming Kuroko production dito noon. Palalakihin lang namin ng 5 to 6 inches. Tapos, may ibebenta na po ng 50 pesos per piece. Yung area po na yan, na 50 square meters sa computation ng BFAR and ISU at Tiage, it can make you 1 million a year. Oo. Kasi ito yung isang size na yan it can mga 4,000 pieces. Sabihin mo na mortality is 25%. So meron kang 3,000 pieces at 50 pesos. That's 150,000
Per piece.
Yes po. And it's unlimited po ang demand. Kaya po ang dami
For export.
Yes po. For export.
Leo, you understand Filipino?
Very little.
All right.
I'm learning slowly but surely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so saan ipapakita natin, sir? Yung mga trees?
Yan na po yung mga harvest. Yeah.
It's an interesting shot. Everybody
What's
coming
that?
back from
Oh, yan,
harvest.
magandang kunan nyo yan.
Okay.
Ayan,
So ito yung bagong harvest.
Opo.
Ito
na,
yung from
mga bagong harvest.
Hindi natin nakita yung pag-harvest nila.
Kaya nga, ba't pinaharvest nyo na? Sabi ko, huwag muna Para,
Di ba, sir? Punta natin later.
Yan po.
So how many kilos you're harvesting every day?
Well, we just started into full production. It's ramping up. I mean, we started with just a few, and during the time period of this beginning fruiting cycle, it'll escalate into the hundreds and thousands of kilos a day. We are going to have, eventually, we're shooting for around 100,000 fruiting bags at a time.
Wow.
We have, over 20,000 currently, and we're expanding roughly 1,000 on a good day. Yeah.
Can you market all the
Oh,
harvest?
absolutely. That goes back to the exporting thing. So the demand in the Philippines is hardly dented with what's being produced here now, because it's mostly backyard grows. There's only a handful of mushroom producers here, like large scale. So there's so much room to grow here in the Philippines. I think it was like 10% of the market demand locally is being met. So there's still a huge window to be filled.
7%.
Something like that.
We're
Yeah.
just producing 7% of
7% of the whole consumption.
Yeah, the demand.
Philippines.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of unnecessary importing going on that can be, replaced with local farming.
You know also the internal problems.
I know quite a bit about this place at this point. But yeah, we're doing our best to kind of, do our part and show that we can produce within the Philippines to provide for the people here and export and bring money into the country
You
through
export
livelihood.
it as a fresh a mushroom?
No,
or
export
it's a process?
ideally is a dry situation. We do also have mushroom dryers and stuff
Drying.
like that.
Or,
yeah,
or
so
powder form.
yeah, there's multiple other things or products, doing mushroom chicharrones or one of the many products you can make with it, which is also why mushroom production is good. Because as people catch on, they'll realize there's a lot of opportunity, like business opportunity, to be buying fresh mushrooms, processing them into whichever product they prefer, and selling them. So I mean, it's great for the entire country, really, like the option to have other revenue streams.
Ang ganda ho ng kwan eh. Meron nga kaming success story dito, sir, eh, na a housewife na walang ginagawa sa bahay, sabi niya, nag-research, nagbasa-basa ng mushroom. Sir, tulungan mo nga ako na makapag-umpisa sa mushroom, pero 500 pesos lang ang pera ko. Sabi niya. 200 pesos per kilo kami, ma'am. O, bumili ka ng 200 kilo. Sabi ko, sir, 1 kilo lang kasi bibili pa ako ng mantika, mga ganon. Sabi niya, o sige, try mo. Sabi ko. So, di binigyan ko. O, dinagdagan namin yung binigay namin sa kanya. Ngayon, yung 200 na investment niya sa 1 kilo, nagagawa niya ng 800 to 1,000 pesos. Ginagawa niyang crispy chicharon, cropek. Oo, nagagawa niya yung mga, kini-crispy chicharon niya ito, cropek itong sa bandang ito, ikukuan niya. Ibe-blender niya, gagawin niyang cropek. Ngayon, pagpupunta rito, makukuha lang niya mga 3-4 na kilo. Nagrereklamo na. Sir, bakit ako naubusan na? Kita mo, sir, i-feature ka namin. Sabi ko, na success story ka ng mushroom namin dito.
Sir, ang business model ninyo ay pwedeng small housewives or small businesses will buy mushroom from you.
Yes po.
Ganun yung business model.
Yes po. Ang isa pa po sa model po namin, we are trying to yung halimbawa isang co-op or isang association, we will be providing fruiting
Mag-build
bags.
din sila.
Mag-build sila. Fruiting bags.
Fruiting
say,
bags.
Say, bumili sila ng mga 500 o 1,000 fruiting bags per household.
Okay.
Bibili namin lahat ng produce nila.
Buyback.
Oo, buyback. At kami na mag-process. Meron silang pinagkakakitahan.
So even small individuals.
Yes po.
Pwede rin.
Yes,
no?
makakakuha na
Kaya
sila.
kaya niya bumili.
Kung gusto niya
ng
magpatubo,
fruiting bag,
kung
yes.
gusto niyang process this yung kwan na ito na mushroom na. Kung ayaw na niya mag-alaga ng they make those chicharon, chili. There's some more getting mushrooms from us. They're doing this chili mushroom hot sauce.
When the mushroom business started?
Oh, we didn't even start that long ago. I think, we've been building up to it for just under a year, right?
Under a year, yeah.
I brought in a bunch of necessary equipment, autoclave, the lab materials, flow hood, which is important for this sort of thing. And that's what also makes it important that we're doing what we're doing here under this environment, is that we can produce on medical grade level and get those out to the people.
Ayun na-mention mo.
Yeah, I mentioned the lion's mane.
Yeah, we have a bunch of lion's mane, vulva. I think we have a library of around 20 different species in stock right
really?
now. So we have the option to do special batches and stuff like that.
Inaayos lang namin yung greenhouse namin. Once it's all set, then we can start producing those
Right.
special varieties.
Small players culturing mushroom already. Pero for some reason, walang export. There's no market really.
It's the problem with mushroom production, sir. If you only produce this much, a small amount, you cannot survive with mushroom. You have to go
Commercial
at
scale.
least commercial scale for you to sustain yung makukuha mo yung sustainability niya.
Yeah.
Kasi kung mga 500, 1,000 lang ang kwan nyo, ang fruiting bags mo,
Yes.
hinarbesan mo ngayon,
Wala ka na bukas.
wala na. Yung masusuplayan mo within the
Community.
sa community lang. Pero if you want to go sa export o kaya sa buong bansa, you have to produce a lot.
And even on that note, a lot of it has to do with consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
A lot of the mushroom production that happens is like in small bursts, right? Your average home farmer will set up and they'll harvest a handful, and they get 3 flushes out of those bags, give or take. And then it's done. They don't have a system really that's taught to be consistent with it and have consistent product output. And that's one of the things we hope to teach.
What's the minimum size to be a sustainable?
Probably.
How many fruiting bugs at least?
Probably at least about 10,000 fruiting bags.
Well, again, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like, it's not the number of fruiting bags; it's the number of output of completed bags. You got to stagger it so it's consistent. Because if you're trying to sell, say you're at home trying to sell chicharrones or whatever, you get your harvest and then it's a one and done thing. Then you're sold out, and then you can't keep the attention of your customer base. So it's just going to go in spurts that way. So it's
Meron pong nangyari dito noon na siyang pinakamalaki dito sa Isabela. Ngayon, meron na siyang buyer from Manila.
Alright.
So sinusuplayan nila. Nagkaroon ng problema sa production niya. So ang ginawa niya to meet the demand, naghanap na siya na kumuha sa mga backyards.
Yes.
Kumuha sa mga backyard. Iba-iba na ang quality.
Quality.
Oo, iba-iba na ang quality. So inayawan na siya ng kanya.
Ng buyer niya.
Ng buyer niya. So you have to maintain that quality, you have to have continuous production. Meron ho kasi dito mga 4,000, 5,000 fruiting bags. Makaharvest sila. After that, they will have to stop for a couple of months to prepare all those again. And it will take how many days for that? 21 days to ferment. Tapos 30 days before uli mag-start. So basically, it's a 2-month preparation up to fruiting, up to kwandon. So natitigil na naman po ng customer nila o ano.
So dapat tuloy-tuloy.
Kailangan tuloy-tuloy
Production
po.
of the fruiting bag, everything must be
continuous. May
consistent.
nagbubunga, may gumagawa,
that's why
may kasunod.
this is so important. Is teaching a consistent, maintained system. So they can keep things going.
Okay, sir.
Yes sir, punta po tayo doon.
So how long you been staying here in the Philippines now?
I've been in the Philippines roughly 1 year and 4 months. And it has been an awesome experience. And this is the Paulownia trees. These were the first ones planted here at the farm for demonstration purposes. I was given the question, will it survive here, and all this sort of stuff. And it's actually funny, the Department of Agriculture originally planted these and brought these here. And there was a study in 1995, I believe, that I didn't see the follow-up paperwork for, but they grow fantastically here, and it's one of the fastest growing trees in the world, and it is a good solution to a lot of problems that we have here. So I'm looking to utilize that for animal feeds. They also can produce heart and lung medication and all sorts of good stuff, and obviously timber.
So iba pa yung paper tree.
Iba pa po. Iba
That's
po.
different.
This is a lot better than paper tree kasi yung paper tree po ay nagiging acidic pa yung mga ano nila.
Yung soil.
Saka matakaw sa tubig.
So water.
Right.
Yeah, and this one is not.
So where this plant originated?
It's actually from Eastern Asia originally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not far from here. Yeah. Really excited about that one. When we're going to have large scale models up here soon. We have a handful planted around from partners, and it'll be something for you to see eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next time you come here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ito po, dating piggery namin, pero since nag-start kami ng mushroom, kinonvert na namin na grow house namin.
Grow house na rin.
Oh, while making that, while waiting for that na makompleto namin. And hopefully, makaragahan na namin. Plano po namin, by next month siguro, pag nagpa-field day kami, sabay na namin ang inauguration nito.
Oh.
Oo.
So this area is kind of interesting. This was formerly a piggery
Yes.
that we converted.
You converted into mushroom
Yeah,
house.
ATI was telling me to maintain this one. So when we have these trainings, pag magpadala raw sila ng mga estudyante na rito, meron sila yung
May-
old school saka yung modern
high-tech.
technology. Ito po, itong kwan niya. Ito, may mga hindi pa na-harvest dito.
Can we
So,
insert?
yes, sige po. Okay lang po.
Sige, sige.
Ayan, meron pang mga hindi na-harvest.
So one of the cool things I think about this is if you notice we have like different models here. We show how simple this can be. Anybody can do this with just a handful of bamboo and some tie wire, basically. So here's a demonstration of the hanging method that a lot of people use. You notice that these ones are hung by ropes and the other ones are in shelving out of bamboo.
Iba-iba hong para pag nagpa-training ho kami rito, at least makita nila na
Ano yung
iba-ibang-
most sa
kung
kanila
ang-
applicable?
Oo. Kung ano mas gusto nilang i-adapt.
Are you planning to
Yun,
grow
mga malalaki
button
pa.
mushroom, shiitake?
Oh, of course. You know, that's the thing. This is the very early beginnings where we're setting up the demonstration models right now. Eventually, we'll have numerous different examples. Like I said, we're just moving along and making sure everything works right. All the systems are consistent and proven, and then we'll expand into the other stuff, get additional greenhouses and more fruiting space and stuff like that. Keep growing, you know?
Sir, kasi lagi dati ang complaints of the Filipinos, the small players, lagi problem is the market. There's no market, they don't know where to find the market. things
Right,
like that.
and we're looking to make that easy. So one of the things that we're doing, hopefully in coordination with CISA, is that we're going to work as not quite a locator, because locators operate in a specific way, but more like an aggregator where we can kind of meet the standards of a uniformed pricing system, not trying to take the corporate approach and get the lowest price, but stick with the market value for everybody to inspire them to take on fruiting bags, learn about it, produce, because it's one of those things where everybody wins at the end of the day. So the market's there. There's no question about that. It's about access, and it's about providing that access and teaching how these things work,
Yun po kasi naging problema ng mga small players.
Oo.
Yung sabi nyo na sa market, talagang kung dito lang sila produce nila, hindi naman sila makapag sa iba, sa malalaki kasi nga hindi na limited yung But if there's somebody na malaki and kukunin pa sa kanila, natutulungan sila na mag-produce ng ganyan at
You said earlier the production of mushroom in the Philippines is just 7% of the total requirement. How big is that, the demand, in terms of peso?
I mean, it's a lot. Like I don't have the numbers off the top of my head because I read so much information, but it's significant. Like comparison with another country was that we are basically just not even chipping away at the demand. It's barely introduced, and a lot of it has to do with the shelf life thing. So there's a lot to be taught. There's many educational programs that have been around that teach just simply how to do it and nothing beyond that. They're like, the super basics on how it functions to, start the mycelium, fruit the mushroom, and that's it. It doesn't go beyond that. And that's where we look to step in and take it beyond that to show, how to introduce this to the market, how to, do these sorts of things and help facilitate these activities so people can be familiar with it. That's really the problem, and that's why people don't produce. There's a short shelf life. It's like 2-3 days or so.
Yes.
If they don't know what to do with it from that point. And so again, it goes to teaching beyond that stage.
Hindi na nila alam kung paano nila ibenta yun. Kung hindi nila nabenta, sira na.
Yeah. What are the basic things to do to prolong at least the shelf
Right.
life?
So cold storage is
Cold
ideal, but it's not always available. So in a practical sense, the most realistic approach would be to harvest your mushrooms. If you can't sell them fresh within the first few days, then you would produce them, either dry them or turn them into chicharrones or noodles or one of the many products that you can utilize that for. But they have to, again, be prepared and understanding of the knowledge to do so. And so, that's one of the things we're hoping to put out there.
Kasi even if you have the cold storage, it will not last that long.
At least
Yeah,
for a
a couple-
week. At least for a week.
Yeah, a handful of days before it starts.
5 degrees you can keep it in a week or too.
Right. Yeah. So, once the harvest is done, the work's not over unless you sell them right away. So that's one of those things we just got to make sure that everybody understands.
Are you coordinating with other mushroom growers in the Philippines?
Right now, sir, hindi pa po namin ginagawa. Pero they're waiting for my go signal na magpapamiting ako rito, dito sa buong Isabela and Cagayan. Lahat ng mushroom growers, invite namin dito. Actually, we're supposed to do it this July. So, masyadong maraming hectic ang schedule pa. At once na mai-set po namin yan and everything, we'll call everybody.
Right.
And I will.
Yeah, that's one of the
revive them.
big goals there is working in collaboration with everybody
and
utilizing that to try and meet into the demand and make enough supply in order to be able to export. Because you got to think we have a huge gap to fill locally before we're even able to
export.
Realistically export it after taking care of the country first.
Yeah. So the export is a lot bigger.
Much bigger. There's
much
orders
bigger.
for millions and millions of kilos. Yeah, and again, you got to think too. There's other countries that are highly productive in this sector, and even they can't meet the global demand.
The demand.
Yeah.
Who are the biggest players in terms of?
I mean,
mushroom?
obviously China is a massive one.
China,
Europe's a massive one. I mean,
Canada,
there's well-established, large-scale manufacturers of mushrooms of all kinds all over the world, but the demand is consistently growing. It's one of those things where, it's going to take a lot to even catch up to the growth of the demand.
Another problem is that they say for a Philippine product to be exported, it needs a lot of documentation. It's really hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you're going to solve that?
Well, luckily, Francis knows a lot of really cool people, so he can figure out the pathways to make this happen.
Mga taga-gobyerno.
Baka matulungan niyo ho kami.
Ayan. We're not bashing, we're asking help.
Yes, we're asking help po. Oo, dahil naumpisahan na po namin ito.
It's the pathways.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's a lot of the problem with the people learning these things. It's like you have to know which departments to talk to, and these things aren't necessarily taught in school, so these are things that you learn with experience, and that's why I say Francis has a lot of cool friends. From his experience being a farm school owner, he's learned which entities do what and what do what approvals and stuff like that. So it's knowing the right pathways is the important part, and making it happen.
And why you decided to collaborate with a Filipino farmer instead of other countries?
Well, it's a long story. I came to this country and I fell in love with it in a way. And one of my friends introduced me to Francis because I was figuring, what can I do to help this place? It's awesome. It obviously needs a lot of help here. And so I decided to dig my heels in and figure out what I could do to help. And through that, I was introduced to Francis by a friend. Basically, we hit it off, and we had a lot of the same vision and stuff, and we just got to work.
He's looking for a rock star. And he found me.
Because
he wants to be a rock star too.
That was just a lucky accident.
Okay, this time pakita natin yung high-tech naman, sir.
Opo.
Agribusiness merch is now available on Shopee and Lazada. Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.